All right, I'm back with a weekly analysis. I haven't done this, I guess, in a few weeks. So, yeah, I decided to do one now, and I'm just going to do it on the current assets for the LEAP competition on TradingView. Okay, just let me edit this. It's not for August. So this is for the November competition. So there are a few assets: BTC against the US dollar, Ethereum, the S&P, Euro USD, gold, silver, and oil. Okay, so let's go through the Bitcoin chart first. So, as expected, we had a 3 month gap, and this was the fair value gap that was used as support to push price higher. Okay, go down to the monthly. You can see here price slowly consolidating down, building up the liquidity up here in this descending trend line. We broke through it, so-called got rejected a little bit, and then took out that previous week's high, and then big blast during how conveniently during Donald Trump getting elected. What a perfect time, huh? What a coincidence. Okay, so I'm super bullish on that at the moment. I'm even more bullish on Ethereum in relation to BTC because one, BTC has broke its all-time high, but Ethereum has not. So I can imagine a lot of traders wanting to get in on Ethereum and ride that to its all-time high as well. So I expect Ethereum to outperform. So we go to the BTC Ethereum chart, FBTC. Okay, on the weekly chart here. All right, so we had a weekly POI. It came all the way lower into this, barely touching into this gap here. Okay, and what I most keen on was this yearly gap here. All right, this is a yearly BISI over here, and we came into that, and now we are potentially starting to see some bullish momentum. Okay, if we go down to the monthly, see we tapped into it, and then dropped more, and now we're in here. So in the monthly, we do have this gap up here, so I definitely expect us to reach that. So I expect Ethereum to outperform BTC for a little bit, and just let me annotate that. What could one do with this information? They could trade into here and possibly even target higher, right? It's even possible, as it is a yearly gap. But first target here, and let's go to the weekly, see how this is. Okay, so we got an inversion gap here on the weekly that could possibly be used as support, and we got this breaker here as well. So price may just tap into that and use this as create a breakaway gap, completely possible. And just let me annotate this, and I'll write inversion fair value gap 1 week to move higher into this monthly gap here, and possibly even higher after that. Okay, so let's go back and look at Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum's making moves, making a lot of moves. I went long on the leap competition, quite low, and I just went long basically. So this in the monthly, yeah, this definitely does look good to go higher. So we have the S&P as well, continuing to go higher. We had a gap here that was used, and we had another gap here that was also used on the 2 week. Okay, an order block looks like it's being created. Very nice. 3 week, 1 month, and also a monthly gap the next 19 days. So we'll see. But definitely in the 2 weeks, see a nice gap, nice order block being formed. Okay, so there's nothing to the left of the chart. We reached 6,000. So let's see if we continue to go higher. Euro US dollar, I was expecting lower prices, which is what was delivered. So let's see. We had a busy 1 month inversion gap here. Okay, seems like it's going to be a breakaway gap as well, quite possibly. But anticipating lower prices, why I'm bullish on the dollar index. Okay, and we have this trend line liquidity being created up here. We got this move up, fake out the bulls once, and then twice, and then big drop. And the people, even at this bottom here, still calling bullish markets. I don't know why. I don't really use much of the retail indicators anymore, so I kind of forgot how they even think. But to me, this is just screaming bearishness. For now, I'm to where? Possibly into a discount zone of this range. Could take out this whole structure here and then come into something down here. Ooh, that's quite far down. And you see here on the weekly, came into this weekly SIBI, creating this weekly bearish order block. Likely trade up into here. Use this trend line as resistance from a retail point of view, but basically it's a weekly a bearish order block being created there on the daily. I was anticipating maybe we come into this gap here on the daily. Okay. Unicorn gap, quite possible. If we do come in today, I would like to take a short. And we have, of course, some nice equal lows being created down here, and we still have that trend line, more liquidity to take. Yeah, I'm definitely going short inside the zone. Actually, I'm already short on the leap, so yeah, just continuing to ride short equal lows here. This just looks good. Looks good to go down. Okay, gold. All right, gold is also similar, somewhat of an all-time high, and we are in a weekly busy, closing around the midpoint of it. But yeah, this is just a short projection I had coming into this weekly busy. And seems to be being rejected the top end of this weekly busy on the daily chart. So let's see. I think we can come into this gap and then fall over. Why? Because I'm looking at silver, the same idea. We had this inversion weekly. Okay, use that, and I'm anticipating when we come into this weekly and 4-day gap down here. So on the 4-day, it's also on the weekly. Okay, so we see this last bit of accumulation, the manipulation, and now probably get a little bit of a distribution, fall down, distribute, and then fall lower, lower where? There's trendline liquidity up there. Some sell side here, and an R2F 2-month gap. Let me see what that looks like. Down here, okay? If we close below here, most likely we're coming down into this zone, but we'll see. And of course, oil. Similar idea to oil. For oil, we have this trend line building up, 4-month breaker, and 4-month and 8-month busy. Let's go to the 8 months, see what that looks like. So I see a lot of liquidity down there. This gap over here, 4-month, 8-month. It's gonna drag it there. 8-month. Okay, the biggest one. Always drag to the biggest one first, the closest one on the higher time frame. Nice 8-month order block being used. Pump, 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 pump. 1 month for this 8-month. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm definitely bearish. Let's do this. Let's get those shorts going. Down into that zone. Looks really good. Looks really, really good. I like it. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all I got. And this should look at the DXY actually, since it relates to everything. There's a yearly gap down there, but we see every other time frame has a gap here and prices moving up. Also on the weekly, I have this descending trendline liquidity up here. Yeah, very nice. 2-week SIBI inversion gap being used. We got a 1 week also being inversion gap being used. I like this. I like this. And now we stopped in this gap over here. So let's look what that looks like on the daily. You probably see an order block. Okay, right. It's a nice little gap down here that may be used. Okay. It all looks good to go higher, to be honest, based on this. Let's see when we touch here. Let's see what happens. See if there's any shenanigans, new developments of the elections. We might throw in some manipulation here and there. But we're awfully close to here, but we could take out this, go in, fill in these inefficiencies up here, new week opening gap, small one, and then possibly go lower if that's the plan for now. If we don't make higher prices, could make a double top. I don't know. I don't know how the economy is up there here. The 2000s, I wasn't even around, so I can't compare. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and yeah, we'll check in again next week as well. All right, so stay safe out there. Don't hold any positions with too much leverage. Um, Over the weekends, you never know how price may gap and just take you out. So yeah, play it safe. Okay. See you guys next time.